Hey everyone, and welcome. Have you ever found yourself just buried under a mountain of repetitive administrative work, wishing you could just snap your fingers and make it all go away? Well, today we're diving into a story about exactly that. How a common organizational headache was solved not just with code, but with a conversation. Let's get into it. So it all starts with something we've all seen a million times, a simple sign-up form. But as you know, collecting the names is the easy part. The real work, the stuff that happens next, the data entry, the personalized documents, the follow-up emails, that is an absolute time sink. So let's get specific. The challenge here was for an organization called Practical Educational Pathways. They needed a way to automatically create personalized info packets for every single person signing up for their professional development workshops. We're talking about turning rows of raw spreadsheet data into polished individual documents. I mean, just imagine the old way, right? Hours and hours of mind-numbing copy-pasting, saving files, and sending emails one by one by one. The goal was to flip that completely, to get to this dream scenario on the right, a single click that does everything. And look, this isn't just about saving time. It's about getting rid of human error and freeing up people to do work that actually matters. So the mission was pretty clear. Take that raw data and somehow automatically turn it into a professional-looking, personalized document like this for every single participant. The big question, of course, was how do you write a script that can actually do that? So how do you build that, especially if you're not a professional coder? Well, this is where the story gets really, really cool. Because instead of opening up a complex code editor, the creator opened a chat window and just started talking to an AI partner, in this case, Google's Gemini. Now, the technology that makes all of this possible is Google Apps Script. You can think of it as like the secret sauce or the connective tissue that lives inside Google Workspace. It's this powerful language that lets you make Sheets, Docs, and Drive all talk to each other and do custom jobs for you automatically. And this quote just nails the shift in mindset. Suddenly, coding becomes less about memorizing perfect syntax and more about just clearly explaining what you're trying to do. It becomes a partnership, right? You provide the vision, and the AI helps you with the heavy lifting of the technical stuff. And this is literally how it all began. Not with a line of code, but with this detailed paragraph written in plain English. The user just described everything: the spreadsheet, the template document, where the files should go, and boom, Gemini came back with the first version of the script, a really solid foundation to start building on. But, you know, that first version was just the starting line. What followed was this really cool iterative process, a back-and-forth dialogue that took place over 8 different prompts. And with each prompt, they added a new feature, or fixed a bug, or just made the whole thing better, turning a simple script into this really sophisticated tool. You can kind of see the evolution here. It started small, just fixing how the script was reading the placeholders. Then it tackled a big permissions error. And from there, it was all about adding new layers of functionality, tracking the links to the new documents, generating PDFs, sorting them into folders, and finally automating the emails. And of course, it wasn't all smooth sailing. Pretty early on, they hit a wall, a classic developer roadblock, this cryptic error message. The script was trying to do its job, but it was just being denied access. This is the kind of thing that can make you want to pull your hair out. But here's the amazing part. Instead of spending hours Googling for answers, the user just asked Gemini, and the AI immediately figured it out. There was this one little line of code, @onlyCurrentDoc, that was basically acting like a security guard, telling the script, nope, you can't access anything outside of this spreadsheet. Gemini explained why it was happening and gave them the fix. Just like that. Okay, so with that big hurdle cleared, the real building began, layer by layer. First, they got the script to generate the personalized docs. Cool. Next, they prompted the AI to add the URL of that new doc back into the spreadsheet so you could keep track of everything. Then came PDF generation. After that, adding the PDF's link back to the sheet. And the final beautiful layer was the email automation, which just closed the loop on the entire thing. And this slide just says it all, doesn't it? The before and after. On the left, you've got the raw data, kind of messy, sitting in the spreadsheet. And on the right, the result. A series of perfectly named, professional, personalized documents, all created and ready to go without anyone having to copy and paste a single thing. So let's just recap the final workflow, because it's pretty sweet. Someone signs up, you go into your Google Sheet and run the script from a handy little custom menu. And then the magic happens. A doc is created, it's converted to a PDF, saved in the right place, the links are logged for your records, and then that PDF is automatically emailed to the right person. A tedious, multi-step chore, completely automated. You know, this whole story, this single example, it really points to a much bigger idea. It's not just about automating one little task for a workshop. It's about how AI is fundamentally changing the way we solve problems and build things. And here's the crucial point. Building powerful automation tools is no longer just for professional developers. AI partners like Gemini are empowering teachers and small business owners and admins, really anyone with a clear idea, to build the exact tools they need to solve their own unique problems. But, and this is so important to remember, this is a collaboration. The AI is an incredibly powerful engine, but you are still the one steering the car. Your ability to think through a problem, to break it down into steps, and to give clear, specific instructions, that's the skill that gets you great results. And just for fun, a little peek behind the curtain, to build this very explainer you're watching, we didn't just tell the story of AI, we used it. We took all the source documents, the actual scripts, the project timelines, all of it, and we uploaded them into another AI tool called NotebookLM to act as our research assistant. And this tool didn't just store the documents, it helped us understand them. It pulled out summaries, it built a timeline of events, it even drafted a narrative script to help us find the core of the story. It just goes to show you these tools are becoming partners in the entire creative process, from research all the way to storytelling. So, this leaves us with one final thought. We've seen how a simple conversation with an AI can turn a tedious task into an automated triumph. This new way of working, of human-AI collaboration, is already here. The only question left is, what problem are you going to solve first?